Well, the planets and moons unit starts with the Sun-Earth system, day and night, rotation and orbiting the sun to make a year. Earth-Moon system as well, but then you get to what really excites kids, which is other planets and other moons. The details of planets and moons are fascinating, but we try to get to some big ideas, categories of objects in the solar system, what their surfaces are like and where they're found. And to bring excitement to it, each student with partners researches a planet or a moon that they will design a mission for. And so they have to learn about how scientists and engineers match the technology of what they're using to explore with the characteristics of their planets and moons. And it's an excuse to put the science of planets and moons into a context of excitement and exploration.
And all along the way, while students are learning about these interesting and exciting, important concepts in space science, they're also learning really valuable literacy skills. For example, when they're learning the characteristics of different planets and moons, they're learning to compare and contrast and to use that kind of language. They're also learning to synthesize information across multiple texts and to set goals for their reading, such as when they do research to find out what features of a planet or moon might make it tricky to land there, so that they can design their own landers that might be successful missions there. So there's lots of opportunities for students to read different kinds of informational texts and for students to read informational texts for different kinds of purposes. In every Seeds of Science Reserve Reading Unit, we try to have texts that play different kinds of roles to support students' first-hand investigations. So what we'll do now is talk about the books from the Planets and Moons unit, many of which we wrote, and talk a little bit about what role they play and what students can learn from reading them.
So leading off the unit, we tend to start off with an invitational book to set the context for the unit. I wrote this one for the Planets and Moons unit. It's called Exploring Planets and Moons. And what we are trying to do with this book is just invite kids into the topic and get them excited about exploration and space, and also to give them the idea that it's not only astronauts who explore space, it's also engineers and scientists who observe through telescopes and through other kinds of technology, which is the type of exploration that they're going to get a chance to sort of participate in their activities later. And it was really exciting for me to write this book. I kind of feel as if with each of these units I get to, since I'm not a science expert, I'm an editor, I get to kind of learn about the content the way a student would and get really excited about it. And so, I found out a whole lot about space exploration as I was researching this book. I got to talk with this woman, Jessica Collison Samuels, who is an engineer at NASA, and it was just really fascinating to talk with her. And I also interviewed a scientist and learned about an astronaut from the Apollo program. So anyway, it was really, really fascinating.